So now let's bring everything we've learned up until this point. Let's bring it all together and let's build something useful. In this AI automation build, I'm going to build a form that would capture data and then transfer the data into Google Sheets. So let's get started. Let's come into n8n. I'm going to use the default inbuilt n8n form. Since I'm trying to capture data from an external source, this form could be a form for employees to fill out or a form for your customers to fill out. And I'm creating the form inside n8n. You could probably also embed this form onto your website. Because I'm using data collected from a form, I'm going to start with an n8n form trigger. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say n8n form and I'm going to select this. And I'm just going to say there are multiple actions and just one trigger. So the trigger here is on new n8n form event. So what I'm going to do in here is really to just fill out the form title, the description, and I'm going to add some few elements in the form. Okay, I'm going to just give it a generic title called collect user data. And I'm just going to give a description about the form. So I'll say, and then in terms of form elements, this is basically the fields you want to have in the form. So I'm just going to say first name, okay? And then just like if you are building any form, you want to give the type of that particular field. So it's a text. I'm not going to say it's a required field. And I'm just going to say address, okay? I just want to collect the address. And this is also a text. So I think this is good enough information to collect by test, okay? And you can really decide on when to respond back, okay? So let's just keep it back as form submitted. And if like you want to add any additional options, like you want to have like a button label, you want to have like append that this is an n8n form, you can really have all that. We are just trying to build a simple automation that is just taking information from a form and then populating it into Google Sheets. So you don't need to make this complicated. Let me click on execute step and let's see what we get here. So as you can see, this form has been created for us and this is a test version. I'm just going to put my name in here, okay? Then I'm going to put an address. Okay, and I'm going to click on submit. So now that the form is submitted, if I come into my workflow here, you'd see that my name and then the address is here and we have some additional data. Okay, so let's come back in here. Now, what we really want to do is we want to populate a Google Sheet, okay? So in this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to add a Google Sheets node. So I'm going to come in here and click on Sheets and I have my Google Sheets node here. And what we want to do is we just want to append or update a role in a sheet. But I don't have the sheets created already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into Google and I'm going to create a Google Sheet just to collect data from this. And if you want to do other things with the data, maybe you want to like add an additional field and all that, this is where you can actually use the AI agents node again to do that. Okay, so I just want to create a new Google Sheet and I'm just going to call it customer details sheet, and in here I'm just going to say name and then address. Okay, all right, so I'm going to come back into our AI automation here. This time around, when I say append or update a row in sheet, when I click on this, you have to make sure that you connect the credentials. Again, like if you don't have the credentials set up, you need to have like a client ID and a client secret. So you have to go into the APIs and services inside Google Cloud Console and select OAuth client ID. I'm going to come in here. So now that I have my credentials set up again, I'm going to click on the plus button. And then I'm going to select the Google Sheets. And in here, I'm going to click on append or update role. Make sure that you are selecting the credential that you connected. So I'm going to click on create credentials and come in here and then select your client's ID if you don't have it already set up, as well as the client secret, okay? All these need to be private. You don't need to show them to anybody. So I'm going to put in my client secret. I'm going to click on save. Click on sign in with Google just to authenticate. Okay, so since I already have my credential already set up, I'm going to select the one that is active. And then under the document list, I'm going to choose the spreadsheet I just created. And then for the sheet, I'm just going to select this exact sheet. And then in terms of the column, it's asking like the columns to match on. So I'm just going to match on the first name. And then inside the name, I'm just going to drag the name here. And then for address, I'm going to drag address. So now if I should execute this step, you see that my Google Sheet has been populated. So if I come into Google here, you see that the details has been populated for me. This is like a very simple workflow, and I've showed you how to really like trigger the data and how to drag it into like whatever field you need inside like a Google spreadsheet. Now, if you wanted to clean the data you receive from the form submission before sending it over to the Google Sheets node, this is exactly what you would do. You would use the edit fields node. So for instance, I can select the edit fields node, and in here, I can just give it a name. So I can say first name, and then I'll just drag the first name field in here, and then I would say address, and then I'll drag the address field name in here. The reason why you would usually want to use a set node is if you are receiving a lot of data from the previous node. In this case, we are just receiving just 4 different types of fields coming through. But sometimes if you are using something like a webhook trigger, you get a lot of noise, you get a lot of data that you're probably not interested in. So it's very useful at that point in time to just use an edit fields node. And if you decide to use an edit fields node, then it just makes it a lot more easier. All you have to do is, instead of dragging from the form submission, you are using the edit fields node. Okay, so you just have to drag data from the edit fields node. The other advantage of using the edit fields node is that if you wanted to perform additional changes to the data you receive from the form, then inside the edit fields node itself, you can put in an expression, and that would basically change and transform the data for you as well.